a minute.
In DigLife, you know, everybody uses their camera. It's a common courtesy. It's higher bandwidth of communication, greater collective intelligence. Hey, it's good to see you.
There we are.
It's good that people have something to look at besides my ugly face.
So I sent you a message on Slack. Did you get it?
Yes, I did. And, I found a new trail this morning, and I took the dogs out along the trail and the railroad tracks. And our three-legged dog, Jack, has a heart issue. He had to stop every 50 feet on the way back, and I was like 5 minutes late. I was so glad you were late.
Oh. It worked out. Okay.
I started on the agenda. Oh, I'm sharing.
Good.
I wanted to talk about the potential Digital Life Identity Circle.
Yeah, I joined that for your information.
You're a member?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you have to put your name here then.
Okay. Yeah, I have to look it up, but it should be just Kit Blake again. Oh, that's the project log. Okay, hang on.
No, I'm just putting the link in here. So you remember?
Yeah, well, it looks like a good initiative.
Yeah, and you're an important link to RChain.
Yeah, I thought we could get some sort of
so these sociocratic links are important in building a sociocratic system that exhibits a collective intelligence. And I think it can work with this group. But there's a lot of old paradigms that have to be broken still, having to do with the future of work, for one thing, and organizing the cooperative, giving autonomy, and yet having organization without having rules. What you care about is the product. You don't care how it gets done.
Right.
And you don't care. You allow anybody to work with anybody they want to. It's freedom of association. But you have the structure to steer the organization and the driver of getting the internet we want. And it's a lot more, to me, it's a lot more than that. It's how to make an organization that can scale and still be intelligent.
Breakfast time? Breakfast time?
Hey, quiet. No, they heard something. Okay, so we got that. And you want to join the Mattermost. Okay, Mattermost is awesome. I'm running a Mattermost for DAO now. And we need to create a identity channel.
Yeah, this is the software that you suggested installing, right? For member usage.
Yeah.
I saw that somewhere in one of the channels. I don't remember which one.
Okay, and invite others to this channel? They look like they're here. So I want to do the share link. Put the invite link right there. I'm blind. And we'll put that in here.
Great. I was going to ask you to put that in there. And this is something that we can install locally, so to speak?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you know, the way that I did it is with CloudRun, which makes it a simple click to put it in. It's awesome. This is the internet we want. You know, lets people, it means people don't need system administrators anymore.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we have the things that are integrated with CloudTron, in which case we just you know, these are the apps we have installed, and you know, if we want something else, we just go to the App Store, and with a click of one button, we get blog, chat, listing, email, galleries, file sync between people and systems, notes, project management, wiki. I mean, we just got an awesome array of capabilities here. And I looked at this before and I wasn't too excited about it, but it's come a long way. And it has, you know, for wherever there's a good open source alternative you can run yourself, they have a good open source alternative here. You still need a system with a manager to install the stuff that's not in here. But why waste a system administrator skills on installing stuff that people can install themselves with one button?
Yeah.
We need system administrators. And I should add you to this as well, because you can just deploy any apps you want.
Like Mattermost, okay.
This is CloudRun.
What's it called? CloudRun?
CloudRun.
CloudRun. Oh yeah, I saw it a second ago.
Yeah. Yeah, Mattermost is just one of the things you can install. And rather than going through some hell installing Mattermost, I just installed CloudRun and then clicked the button and I had Mattermost.
Okay.
And I added a couple of other things just for the hell of it. I have a blog. Okay, and it takes care of your certificates and your DNS on DigitalOcean. It handles all the DNS.
Nice. Very nice.
Okay, so, you know, this was just I wanted to try a ghost blog because that was being considered for digital life.
Uh-huh.
I just push the button and put this in. And I put in an IRC client, so you're not going through any third party to do your IRC.
Yeah, IRC.
Okay, and I added the webmail.
Okay.
Okay, you get an email address when, on here that you can use.
Okay.
Private, and there's two webmail clients that are available. I installed one. The other one does PGP privacy encryption. But I wanted to install that too when somebody wants to play with it. But this, you know, it takes care of everything. And I've already got our SMTP server here trusted, which is the hardest thing. I think I got it trusted.
Okay.
And that's just by sending emails and in Gmail claiming they're not spam.
Right.
So, and I find Cloudtron. But
and what about Riot IM?
What?
Riot IM.
Riot. That's good. That's Riot is
sort of meta client or something, yeah. But I also saw that you can install it locally, and I use that in the user story actually.
yeah. I'm trying to think what the network Riot uses is called.
Matrix.
Matrix, right? Yeah, Matrix is cool, undoubtedly.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of people are using Mastodon as a Twitter substitute.
Yeah. Yeah, here every year there's a free open source software conference in Brussels in February. This year I saw 2 talks by people from Matrix, and well, I was really impressed with their work, but I was also really impressed with the team. So I have a fondness for Matrix, and that's why I used it in the user story.
Well, we have, you know, Matrix, we have Mastodon, we have, jeez.
Yeah. We have a plethora.
And we have movein.eu, which this is really the social media side, but this is, what did I type? Movein, this is slash Jabber ID. And Matrix is a gateway to a lot of them. And Mastodon is just Twitter.
Uh-huh.
But it's an identity.
Well, in my user story, in order to get things moving in a simple manner, we need to have some sort of local service or application. Could be Mattermost, could be Riot, could be another one. But we need to get in there and hack the authentication so that we can use our very own RChain authentication.
Well, there's, that's coming up. I think the RChain identification is good for it, and OpenID. Okay.
Right.
And it's other things.
Right.
But it's those 2 things. OpenID to be a single sign-on for the community. Okay, because everything supports OpenID. Okay.
Like Mattermost?
Mattermost will support LDAP. Okay, if we run a glue server, we get OpenID with LDAP and package.
Oh, God.
I think
Okay.
it will support OpenID. I just don't, you know, it's just not quite ready for prime time. I don't know. There's no, you know, we can, I mean, there's so much open source, OpenID code. It would be so easy for us to put it in.
Good.
But I also am looking at Solid. It doesn't give us quite as all this, which gives us a different set of advantages. We get web ID with it, and we get a permissioned web structure. This can basically mirror our RChain structures in a, you know, self-hosted node, so to speak, centralized node, centralized system that can, and it really makes the web your whole data, the whole web your database. That's permission.
Okay. And by permission web structure, do you mean that you can control access on a granular level within the hierarchy or something?
Yeah, within your server, your Solid server, and other Solid servers that you have permission to do it on.
Okay.
So, you know, it's everything, and, you know, you make everything available through a URL.
All right.
And, you know, that's your database. No friction.
Well, that's what we want.
Yeah. But I did want to look at just for the hell of it. $2,300. So for $10, I can get newtwit.net or newtwit.org for $12. We're going to take it. It suits me.
Okay.
I'm a new twit. Oh, no, I'm not that new anymore. Select it. I want to select it. Now I want to buy it. Sorry about that. I guess I'm not going to finish this now. I'll probably lose it by the time this thing is over, though.
Well, you'll lose your session.
Okay, where were we? New twit. That, you know, that can be, in essence, a digital life product. And the only thing we really have to do is make it easy, like Cloudtron. So, what we, we can go back to the App Store.
Must be an American company, the Cloudron.
Oh,
Cloudron, are they American?
I don't know. Actually, I don't know. They're very helpful, that's for sure.
And it's all open source.
I spelled my email address wrong, and I didn't know I was supposed to name the host at DigitalOcean my.bigdow.net in order for it to handle the DNS for me.
And they caught that.
The pointer record actually is what was missing.
Nice.
Well, I they helped me find that my email address was wrong.
Yeah, that's a hard one to find.
And in the meantime, we saw the pointer error, and they told me how to fix that.
Okay.
So, looking at the logs is really easy. You just go to support and select the log you want to see. It downloads it. It's just as easy to log into the machine and look at the logs. But for everybody else, if they just all you have to do is look for the word error with a capital E and copy and paste that. And that's all people have to be able to do.
Yeah.
They have problems, and the problems I had were my own fault.
Yeah. That previous screen reminds me of the first iPhone interface. All these little apps. Except this is web, so there's room for descriptions.
Yeah. Okay, so we had the Uport RChain identity. Have you loaded the Uport yet?
Not deeply. So I actually just put it on my to-do list that after you said that RChain is probably Uport and OpenID. I looked at it, I don't know, 2 weeks ago or something like that, just to get an idea of it. And I saw that it's consensus and part of their their suite, should we say, of solutions.
Yeah.
And they also seem pretty far along, so that's good. And there's a release happening or something like that. I can't quite retrieve the detail, but there's some sort of milestone either coming or happening now with Uport.
Just to make it
Get one meaning get an identity?
yeah. I'll make this red. Get one. Oh, I forgot the exclamation point.
All right. And they have blockchain in the game somehow, right?
This is, an Ethereum-based self-sovereign identity.
All right.
Okay, and it's I don't know if it's I think it's right now it's a alpha still.
Sorry?
It's
what?
It's still an alpha.
Oh, that must be it. Okay.
Okay, but the thing is, you sign up for the alpha, you answer a few questions.
All right, those questions. I remember that. Yeah, they're kind of like, why? Yeah, why do you want? Okay. I didn't sign up. Yeah, you can get it on your Android, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we, meaning RChain, if we have an Ethereum-based infrastructure, then we can use UPort, and that basically solves the initial identity problem?
Well, you know, it's how you use UPort that makes a difference. Okay, it supports multiple personas, and it supports privacy, or it provides an environment where you can provide privacy.
Right.
You still have to decide how you're going to use it. You still have to build the RChain identity. But we build it first on UPort, and then we port it to RChain.
Right.
And that handles the rocks. So, you know, we need it for the community. For RHOC. Okay. Okay, I mentioned Solid. Solid can be open ID provider for the client. The important thing is that it can be a provider, and that it may not be. It's an alternative to glue.
And by being a provider, that means that it's an authority or something? It's a source of open ID confirmation?
It means that you can, that if you have an account on, you know, the RChain Open ID, okay, every time you try to log into a system, it redirects to that provider to authenticate you.
For authentication, okay.
Okay, and if you've already authenticated, it doesn't bother you. So you can go from app to app without logging in. A single sign-on.
Nice.
Let's put SSO. To use. And oops. This is a conundrum at this point. I mean, I'm really tempted to go through an install of Solid, and I was even thinking of doing it this morning with you, if you were interested, but we're almost out of time. Or we could have done a glue install. Glue has the is a commercial grade open ID system. It's federated with, you know, it federates readily with other systems, and, you know, shibboleth educational networks and other.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good point, having the educational networks.
Yeah, well, how well they're integrated is an issue. It supports both. Okay. So in principle, they can federate, but do they? No. Because federating with Internet 2, requires that you're in an educational institution, and we can only do that if we get you certified or whatever. Well, we can, right? I mean, DBU is our means to do that. Because everybody here is in DBU.
Yeah, I noticed.
In my mind, anyway.
Okay.
Um,
So when you say install, where are you actually installing it? Is that an RChain machine or your machine?
well, what we have, what we have is DigitalOcean.
Okay.
And we have two teams set up here. This is the CoCloud team. Okay, and the CoCloud team has mydivvyDAO.net, which is the Cloudtron machine.
Right.
Oh, it has this one. Oh, shoot. This one I need to destroy.
So the Cloudtron machine is running on a DigitalOcean droplet. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay.
Okay, and then we have freetrust.net, which is our shared hosting. So anybody can set up a website there.
Okay.
And then we also have the Prove and Secure team. And we house the freetrust.org identity provider there. It's a higher security environment.
Okay.
Then, the CoCloud environment, we've got quite a number of members. And they have, they're really gods here. You give them an account, they're gods.
Yeah, I'm using DigitalOcean for another project that I'm involved in, and it works quite nicely. But you have 3 accounts, huh?
Yeah. I can certainly add you to the CoCloud. Okay, see, it has 11 members already. Urban, Plant Eater, Ryan Huxley. I don't know any of these people. These people are available to do work, really. We just have to manage them.
Okay.
We have Ben, we have Paul Doobie, we have Plant Eater again. We have Radu, Rao, a long-time colleague, long-term colleague.
Do I know Erwin? Does he have another handle or something?
Who?
Erwin?
Yeah, Irwin, Irvin.
Oh, Erwin. Okay.
Irvin.
That name doesn't ring a bell, but
He hasn't been terribly active. He hasn't had a whole lot of time. But the thing is, if you ask him to do something, he'll do it.
they'll do it. Okay.
I could ask him to run the thing is, he doesn't have much time. So, I want to, use him.
All right. Specific requests. A mercenary.
And Tim McCormick is mover and shaker at CoCloud and nobody's the system manager really. So we may want to prune down this for system managers. But it's a trust work. Really, people I trust, and so
That carries a certain amount of weight.
yeah. Invite Gmail contacts. Oops, something went wrong.
Figures.
What's your email again?
Kip Lake. Well, you can use, hang on, let me find the chat. I do have Gmail, but it's a mess because all my old mailing lists are coming in there. So I prefer to use the company one.
This is you control, or it's only good while you're in the company?
Yeah, it's under my control. So it's in the chat now. I mean, when I edit Google Documents, then.
Oh, look at that! It put you in. How did it do that? Oh no, that's a garbage. It's not an email. It's stupid. Invite one team member. Okay, and I guess I can't add you to proven secure, but I can give you access to the machine. No problem with that. It's a collaborative effort to run an IDP.
Right.
Because we can have a realm for each of our communities on one IDP for anybody who's not running their own.
Uh-huh.
So this gets them on board, and then they can move over. And running Glue, we get the mail exchange, the standard for exchanging identity information. We get LDAP. We got SAML, Shibboleth, OpenID.
What does only production grade OpenID mean?
Oh, it means that just take out only. Okay.
And to install Solid, does that get down on the command line? I didn't see it as a package.
Yeah, no, it's not a package. Yeah. Okay, so Solid Server, there's two ways we can install it. And the way that I want to install it is I want to install it on my laptop and expose it with SSH, an SSH tunnel to well, to the freetrust.net machine for now. Ultimately, I want to just have a small machine that only does tunneling.
Yeah.
Okay. Just get a minimum, $5 a month server or something, and have it just tunnel for everybody.
Right.
And then we just need an easy way to manage the tunnels. I mean, it's easy. We just give somebody an account and they can do a tunnel. Do an SSH tunnel. We just set up a Linux account, add user.
Right. Yeah, tunneling. Okay.
But then we want to, have publicly exposed nodes on, certain ports or applications. So really the applications get tunneled separately, and you're not exposing the person's machine who's running the service.
Right.
If I have an old laptop here, I can run, keep running when I'm traveling. And I could even run, I could run a Cloudtron. But the thing is, I don't know how to run Cloudtron along with other services. So we need two machines, a Cloudtron machine and a machine for running everything else.
Right.
So, you would, but, so that would just be exposing, and a solid server. So you have three components.
Do you have access to the system on the Cloudtron machine?
Yeah, it's our system. You have access to it now.
Oh, okay. But by system, I mean operating system level.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. You can. You can. Okay. Where to go? You can go to digitalocean.com. And, well, I guess you follow the email invite that got sent to you. Okay. And then you go to, you're going to select the CoCloud account, which I guess is what it'll log you into when you accept the invitation. And then if you want to set up a tunnel on freetrust.net, you just you can click on up here on console. Hello. Oh, it did enter a few times or something. I don't know. Ooh. I guess I remembered my last something. Windows login. So it's a little bit safer than that. You need to log in.
Okay.
Okay, so you need the magic word. And that's the main magic word, which is the wrong way to do things, I know. We will fix that. It's on the to-do list. And then there's another one, the CoCloud stuff, which is and that's all you need to know.
Okay.
And no, set yourself up any way you want. Now you know, right? You know what you want, right? You know. Okay, you're aware of the free trust out machine running virtual min.
Right.
So would be suggested to add domains in virtual min most of the time. That's an issue too. Adding domains to your Cloudtron issue is a bit of a pain. That's something I just thought of, unfortunately. This the plot thickens here. If you're running Cloudtron, if I run Cloudtron on my laptop, I have to create a tunnel for every app.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm trying to accept the invitation, and when I click in the mail, it sends me to CoCloud, and I do not have an account. So then I click sign up, and then when I try to sign up, it tells me that my email address is invalid.
Huh? You want to share your screen?
Sure. Hang on a minute. Let me back this up.
You got an email.
Yeah.
And clicked on the link. The email is invalid.
Okay, so now you're looking at my screen. I switched my email client. I clicked the Team Up with CoCloud button. And it takes me here. I don't have an account. So then I say sign up. So I click sign up. And then...
Oh, no, that's not the wrong sign up.
Okay, I knew something was wrong.
Wait, no, that was right. What am I saying? Go ahead. Never mind.
Okay, then I click sign up, and then I enter my email address, which is also the one that you mailed it to, and I put in yet another password, and I say sign up, and then it says my email address is invalid, or password. But I'm trying to sign up. I'm not trying to log in. And there's no temporary password in the mail or something, no.
That's bizarre. But you do have an account on DigitalOcean?
Maybe it's seeing a cookie or something. But yeah, but no. Okay, but yes, I do have an account on DigitalOcean.
And you put in the right password?
Sorry, do what?
And you put in the correct password? Log in here.
Okay. Now I understand. Yeah. I do have an account with this email address. I thought CoCloud was a separate thing. So let's back it up here. Back to black. Team up with iCloud. This time I do have an account. The password, log in. Okay, that's going. Okay, well then I could have used my existing
Right.
DigitalOcean account.
Yeah, DigitalOcean is real convenient, especially since it works so nicely with Cloudtron. Cloudtron also works for something else. I can't remember what it is. We investigated. Okay, so you can.
Okay, that works. I'm in.
You want to go to mydivvydow.net? Oh, I have to add you. I mean, the URL. Go to that URL. But I still have to add you there. Users. Okay, so you should have an email for joining the
Okay, it's in. I clicked it.
all right. Let's see. Doesn't like it. Oh yeah, it doesn't match.
Oh. No, somehow it doesn't like my, what is it? It wants a capital, right? No. Oh, it needs a special character. Okay.
Maybe the rules are a name.
Yeah. So this is divvydow.net. Okay.
All right. Oh, this is interesting. I made you a user now, but I didn't make you an admin yet.
Okay.
So it looks like you don't have any, you can't add applications. You can just look at it. Now pull down Kit Blake there. I want to see what you see. Now log out. How do you get the picture?
Okay. Well, I don't need admin access really.
Oh, you, I assume you would want to deploy apps. Um,
Okay, is that Mattermost? That chat?
yep.
Okay, later.
Yeah. It's best to use the Mattermost clients, I think, rather than access it on the web anyway.
Okay, that's fine. Let's do that. Let me back this up.
We can just kill this. Um, okay, uh, so the so now I've made you an admin, so do a reload of the page.
Oh, I see it now. Okay, now we have the App Store. Yeah, looks like the iPhone, man. Yeah, it's like deja vu, except it's all little open source apps. And dApps, huh? Is this a dApp?
They're all that.
They're all dApps. Oh, great.
Well, they're not dApps. They're self-hosted apps. Nobody's monitoring.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're not. They got MediaWiki.
And there's a lot of them are collaborative.
Right.
I'm thinking of installing GitLab here and using that instead of GitHub, instead of
For source code control?
yeah. I mean, ultimately, I'm not talking about getting off GitHub right away. I'm saying eventually we want to be off of it. And we can use these tools.
Everything looks like a fox these days.
Yeah, that looks like what do you call it now?
The MetaMask. And then there was another one that looked like MetaMask. I don't know. I'll think of it in a second. But
I think the MetaMask just puts the nose and the eyes on the fox.
right, it makes it follow the cursor. Okay, well, this is good. Thanks for the access. It's really interesting to see this cloud realm set up.
Yeah. Well, this is something that can empower our teams with tools that we trust.
Are these all PHP apps?
No.
Good.
A lot of them are Docker apps.
Okay.
Could be anything.
Right.
Okay, in fact, for PHP apps, they have this lamp plugin, which just gives you a lamp machine.
Right. Well, I was looking for a Java plugin or something, and I didn't see that. And then I started to wonder if these are all PHP apps under the hood.
Yeah. Scale it environment is a button we want to add. Scale IDE. Which is, pretty much a one button install as it is, but, I want to see how hard it would be to add the button here so that people could just, boom, install
Right.
one button. Interesting, though. Yeah. That wouldn't work too well, actually. They want Scala installed on their home machine.
Right. So I have a mailbox. Okay.
Yeah, you can use this. It configures the mail for you. It takes care of all that headache. You have your own. We have our own email server.
Yeah.
We
email these days.
We have a personal SMTP host that we can use, so we're not exposing everything to Google. Or our provider, whatever. Community-based SMTP server. Awesome. But that was one of the problems we had in Divi and in CodeCloud is, was managing a mail server. And this makes it all automatic.
Right. Okay, I'll dig around and play a little more. I won't actually install anything, but
Yeah. Please do. We want to know. We want to learn from your experience. I don't want to have to test everything myself.
I don't either.
Well, maybe there's something you want to use here.
It could be. Yeah, I don't know.
You have places you can install stuff already, right?
Yeah. Slack alternative. Okay. So, oh, it's not here. Okay. So when you install something here, like if I install Mattermost, then will that use the authentication from GoCloud, from DiviDAO.net?
No. Okay, you can add teams in our Mattermost.
Okay.
And all the Mattermost you're in will appear in your client.
Right.
But if you go, if you go to
What's the best way to contact you? Via Slack? Was that good? Or is there a more direct method? Because today I was standing in the middle of the market and it was really busy, and I realized that I was never going to make it home by meeting time.
Yeah. Well, I prefer Mattermost now, even though I have not set up I have not set up the mobile notifications.
All right. Okay, well, for now, then...
See, I rarely notice mobile notifications anyway. I mean, Mattermost is a good way to contact. I get, you know.
Okay.
I get email notifications.
Yeah, I'm really trying to demote email.
Yeah.
And read it like once a day or something. It's not possible yet, but that's a goal.
Yeah, email has gotten difficult.
Yeah, I took it off my phone because it was just, well, I mean, like anybody, I get lots of email, but my phone was always hot because it was processing email, which I didn't want to read until the next day, probably. So I do have Slack on the phone. That works if you need to contact me directly.
Yeah. So Slack is probably best, but we want to get, we have to get off of it.
Yeah.
You know, the loss of history is horrible.
Is it? It's a bar.
I don't know. Whatever I would search for is not there. Is gone. You know, and when I go into conversations with people I haven't talked to in a while, there's no history. I don't know what we said. All the links that we shared are gone. Email addresses are gone.
Do you search IRC logs?
No.
I like Slack, but I don't see it as anything more than temporary communication. At least if you don't have a paid account.
Yeah.
If you want something to be retrievable, then you need to put it somewhere else, like GitHub or whatever. But all the Slacks that I'm in, with the exception of one, are not paid, so the history just fades into the background.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm kind of...
You know, you know, there is... you can install a RChat or a Mattermost with one button on Cloudtron and not lose history.
And we're up and running. Okay, well...
Yeah, I do have to fix the notifications for people that use it. That depend on this. I guess, you know, that's the next hurdle. The final hurdle, I guess.
Is this it? No. Okay, well, I'm actually quoting from an email. There's been a discussion going on in one of the channels. This is not it. Okay. Oh, good. Okay. Well, I was just going to say that I'm kind of waiting to get the membership registration logistics worked out, and it's going a little bit slow for various reasons. One of them, we have a membership contract, but it needs to be approved by Evan, and he's not doing that so far. Yeah, it was this discussion. This is where I talked about Slack being like the corner bar. It's not a place to get work done. But I just happened to check my email, and I see that HJ or HJ is working on the foreign publisher and sitting in the sun. We have super summer weather in the Netherlands suddenly, so I think he's up on his roof deck or something. Okay, well, I really would like to get the membership logistics worked out before we make a lot of noise about this identity project anyway, so I'm gonna try and push that a bit, and it looks like HJ is already doing it.
Okay, no, I agree that that's the priority.
Yeah.
I see another priority. This whole mechanism of accepting members state by state means that most of the community are not going to be members. And I feel a responsibility to handle community membership
Right.
on top of the membership identity in a simple manner. So basically they can just be moved, you know, seamlessly between the community and the membership.
Yeah. And the state by state, that comes because of the donation?
Yeah, it's, you know, it's sort of the opposite of HJ's philosophy of don't get permission, get forgiveness.
Right.
Okay.
We have to get 50 permissions.
And every nation in the world.
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
Okay, and this is all to prevent the possibility of us that's
untenable and unworkable. So either we skip the donation thing, or we move it to some sort of world level membership organization that doesn't have to deal with local laws in a country that has 50 little provinces.
Well, I'm thinking of the organization that is emergent, that has no legal status at all.
Right.
Okay, this is a sociocratic system of circles with no top.
Right. Let's do that. Okay, Jim, I have to sign off. But I'll, well, we actually have the log updated already, don't we? Yeah.
I should put the links, a lot of links in the log. So much to do.
Right. Too many fun things. Next weekend I'll be around. After that, I'm going to be on vacation with probably a lousy internet connection. So the 10th and 11th we should skip. But in the meantime, let's try to work on this membership problem, because that really seems to be the biggest stumbling block at this point.
Yeah. We should have a member, well, we have the Wednesday meeting, which I missed twice there. But I'll try to catch up in the discussions here and participate more, and hopefully, we can find some way to include the non-members as potential members or something in the process, so that we have a distinction, but we have a singular community.
You know what I think we should do? I think we should relate it to rocks and revs. And so if you become a member now, you're dealing with rocks. In the future, someday we're going to have revs, and then we might have a different kind of membership, but we're going to worry about that when they actually land.
I like that story.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't, I know Evan, and I don't know if you know Bob. The two of them are similar. They
No.
real sticklers, and I don't think he's going to be convinced, and I think we're going to have to live with this. And I know, it makes sense on one hand by dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's. Those that would want to attack you don't have a leg to stand on.
Good.
Okay, there's no way they can get you because you've been diligent.
Right.
And I'm concerned that this is going to inhibit the growth of RChain in the community.
Yeah, exactly.
Just delay things much further than they need to be delayed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why we have to make it our job.
Yeah. It's also losing momentum, huh? And that momentum is really hard to get back once you lose it. In the community, I mean. Small as it may be. All right, you know what? I'm going to play off that idea of rocks and revs, and I'm going to push a bit in the GitHub communication channels, and let's see if we can make some headway.
Yeah. Well, maybe you should do it in the Slack. Well, actually, I don't know where what did Greg say his main channels were? He's saying, he was saying the Slack is becoming almost useless.
Yeah, but for Greg, that's okay.
I know, but the thing is that
he should be concentrating on high-level stuff, right?
The person you have to convince is Greg. Okay,
Right.
You even want to do that, I don't know, in email. Or the other thing is to come up with a proposal.
Yeah.
And push it through
Oh, well.
the system. Although it's, you know, they seem to fall into a black hole.
Yeah.
Um,
Again, it's Slack is the corner bar. If Greg comes by once every 2 weeks and has one drink, we're good.
the other thing is the weekly meeting.
Yeah, he's there every week, right? Almost.
Yeah.
So
So
he's accessible.
you know, we can get it on the agenda.
Yeah.
Well,
he does.
that's a report. Members, it could be part of your and HJ's report on membership.
Yeah, right. Let's do that.
There we go. That's the way to get to it.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll demonstrate a hello world for membership.
Hello world.
Okay.
Great. Glad you came. I mean, we will hold meetings every Saturday morning here.
Yeah.
It's, you know, been a surprise often who might show up. Or if anyone shows up.
Quiet recently, but okay. Good. Have a good breakfast.
Will do. You take care. Good.
Okay. Ciao.